Obviously, a lot of attention externally is on having to replace the weekend rotation, having to replace the big hitters in the middle of the lineup. For you guys, what was the process over the course of the offseason of sort of adjusting to those guys not being on the team, not being around the locker room, and then kind of getting a sense for what the identity of this program can be without them going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that we lost a lot of our key players last year. So going in this year, I really didn't know what to expect. I knew that we had great coaches that recruit well and can develop players really well. But it was pretty apparent right when I got here in the fall that we have a ton of talent, and all the guys we lost, we replaced with really talented players that care a lot and work hard, and we have a really good team chemistry going right now. So yeah, I'm just really excited to get the season going.
What's the difference between past off seasons, before what happened last year where you go to a regional and the past is like, all right, let's get there, right? Yeah. Now, what's the off season like when you've now been there and now you're talking about trying to get to the next step and the next step after that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely different. I mean, in the past, our goal has always been to get to Omaha and win a national championship, but I would say in the past it was not as tangible as it is now. We really just wanted to win games and hope to get to the postseason. But after being there last year, I think our expectations and goals are a lot higher. We know what we can achieve. We know we're talented. We know we're really good, and so yeah, our focus and goal is winning a national championship, and it's pretty simple.
Tanner said it's become, or the goal at least, is to make this a more player-led program and a more player-driven culture. Is that something that you guys have seen and have tried to foster this offseason?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely important to, you have your coaches there to help lead the way, but the more that you can have players leading, the better the team's going to be overall. So I think we've had a lot of guys that have stepped up and been leaders on our team, and I think that's always a good sign for success in a team.
How do you try to go about that personally, Kolby, from within your role? Because since you're not an everyday position player, and it's kind of your pen, and you're the returning guy and the guy at the end of it, so you want, in order to go out there every day, they need to do their job. But what do you do from a leadership perspective? Everybody throws that term around, but
yeah.
What does that look like for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not a big guy that's going to go out and give a lot of speeches in front of everyone and be all rah-rah, but, I'm a guy that likes to lead by example, do things right, talk to guys when they go through failure and how to learn from that failure, because I think that's really important. And yeah, like I said, just being able to communicate at a high level with the younger guys and everyone, just being transparent and helping everyone out the best way we can. So.
What does the changed right field fence mean for you specifically?
It doesn't matter. I mean, both teams are going to be pitching in it. I mean, it's been a very pitcher-friendly park the last 4 years, and I mean, there might be some numbers that change this year, but that doesn't change anyone's mindset. You have to just go out and compete and, focus on doing your job every time you play. And if you start thinking about, oh no, the fences are in, you might give up more home runs or whatever, like, then you've already failed at your task, and it's not going to be a good mindset to have. So that's not the focus.
How does the tangibility of Omaha increase the competition in the locker room and the aggressiveness when people come to practice every day?
Yeah, I would say it definitely just kind of increases. We always work hard, but I think knowing that that's a real possibility, it just kind of makes it that much sweeter, knowing that we can get there, and it increases your motivation levels as a team. Everyone on the team knows that we're talented, and we can definitely get there and we can win it because of our coaching staff and the talent we have and the chemistry we have. So yeah, I would say it definitely increases our motivation levels to work hard every day in the gym and work hard out in the field and just do anything we can to improve as a team.
Regarding defenses coming in, baseball's such a statistically driven game. Do you have a sense for X more runs per game might be scored, or X ERA is good where it was Y last year and now it's
No, I mean, honestly, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, if I would assume that, numbers would go up a little bit, but like I said, the focus is still just going out there and competing every day, and I haven't really put into thought as to like what numbers are considered to be better with the fences being in. It's just a focus on competing every day, working hard, and doing our job to help each of us win as a team.
Reasonable to say, though, you don't expect the final score to be 12-10 every game or anything like that.
No, it's. I think some people think that it's going to be a massive difference, and I mean it'll probably be a little different, but it's not going to be a huge change where it's just home run after home run. So.
Have you added to your assortment of pitches or improved a certain pitch that you can? I guess it's no secrets. The batters will see it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean I've most of my career I've been primarily a fastball slider guy. And this year it's going to be similar when it comes to that, but I've also developed more comfort with my changeup, so I think you can definitely expect to see that a little bit more. And then also just fine-tuning my fastball command and fine-tuning my breaking ball where I can shape it in different ways and different counts. If there's early in the count, I might want it to break a certain way where I can land it for a strike more often. Then if I'm in the head in the count, then I might want it to have more depth and be a little firmer. So I feel like I've gained a lot more feel with my breaking ball being that being my best pitch, just to be able to tweak it in different ways that will help me have success.
Has the velocity increased any on your fastball through all the workouts or anything?
A little bit. It hasn't been anything crazy.
How do you feel about the changeup at this point? I know a lot of guys have a love-hate relationship with their changeup.
Yeah, I mean it's felt good. It's still primarily going to be fastball slider for me, but especially when I go, last year I was primarily a one-inning guy, sometimes two, and then there was a few games where I'd go 3 or 4. Where the changeup comes into play is when I do go 3 or 4 innings. So. Facing batters multiple times, having that third pitch is really important. When I'm just going an inning or two, it's usually just go with your best 2 pitches, which is my fastball and my slider. But yeah, so just having that third pitch when you're going out there multiple innings is important. So having comfort with that this year will help me to go multiple innings.
Obviously, like with the stadium under construction, you guys, as the pitchers, have been able to move. Well, they've had to move back and forth between Autzen, and they've thrown some in there. But how do you think that the adjustment has changed the way that the pitchers have been able to prepare during the off season?
It hasn't been too bad, honestly. I mean, during practice, there's been a lot of times that we have to go over to Autzen and throw, but I mean, I'd say it's honestly a pretty sweet place to be able to throw. Has yardage markers so we know how far we're going, and it's a pretty cool view too. So it hasn't changed the way we prepare very much. It's been very minimal as far as a distraction. We're really lucky to have the field we have now. It's pretty sweet, and I think you guys would all agree.